you can count on us. This is 7 News Good Morning Fort Sill.
Well, good morning, and it's another edition of Good Morning Fort Sill. We have a great show today. Kyle just got done with a pretty awesome roll-up of yesterday's USAA Salute to Service event down at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. But first, let's take a look at the weather. Ulysses, you know, we had some thunderstorms yesterday, and we had a couple rolling through right now, don't we?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we had a thunderstorm here over towards Lawton, and we even had one roll through about an hour ago over the Lawton area, and we're just tracking these thunderstorms pretty much starting to bubble up across the region. Nothing severe, and most of this is going towards the south, and that's going to be the trend as we go through the next couple of hours. So conditions will begin to improve. Now, as we make our way a little bit more, zooming in, though, there is a strong thunderstorm. 50-mile-an-hour wind gusts possible over parts of Cotton County. So pretty much just along I-44 right now, just west of Walters, south of Geronimo. That's right now the biggest storm right now that the National Weather Service is tracking. Looking at what's happening over our Duncan Regional Hospital tower cam in Duncan. Right now, not dealing with lightning strikes, but there's been a good amount of lightning strikes over Duncan over the last 2 hours or so. And just definitely a lightning show across the region. 76 degrees right now, 7 miles an hour over towards Fort Sill, 3 degrees warmer than this time yesterday. And as we look at those temperatures, we're pretty much going to hold steady in those mid-70s. But like I mentioned before, though, those rain chances will begin to come down later this morning. We'll talk about some big changes ahead in the temperatures that are going to take place in a couple days from now. We'll break that down throughout the show.
Thanks, Ulysses. Well, looking at our top military news, the Department of Defense says there are about 2,400 National Guard members currently deployed in Washington, D.C. Those troops are mostly being used as backup for the city's Metro Police. But as Amy Colley reports, many more are heading to the nation's capital to fulfill President Trump's request to help clean up the city.
West Virginia National Guard members could be operational in Washington, D.C. starting today, according to a defense official. They're tasked with helping their district counterparts carry out President Donald Trump's crackdown on crime. At least 5 Republican governors from other states say they're deploying Guard members too. The mayor says that's overkill.
The numbers on the ground in the district don't support 1,000 people from other states coming to Washington, D.C.
Others say the city could use some help.
And I don't think it's theater. I think it's working.
At least one Republican governor says he won't send in Guard members. Vermont's leader says policing isn't their job. Meanwhile,
the president's treating us like we're criminal. I'm not no criminal.
Trump's effort to remove homeless people from the city continues.
It's just been a lot of chaos. People using the bathroom out here. People selling drugs all day long.
Trump says he wants homeless people to get help outside the Capitol. Advocates say most are just relocating within the city. They say that struggle to find shelter makes the problem worse.
They're losing their possessions, they're losing their dignity, they're getting disconnected from services, and we're making it harder for them to get out of homelessness.
Nowhere to go. When you don't get help, it's nowhere to go.
I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
Well, taking a look at some news from Fort Sill. Fort Sill's second annual SillCon occurs this weekend and features a jam-packed schedule. Here's Fort Sill Special Events Coordinator Ethan Briner with more information on this exciting and fun-filled event.
If you're a Star Wars fan, if you're a Star Trek fan, if you're a horror movie fan, if you're an anime fan, this is for you. If you're a collectible fan, we have voice actors, we have actors, we have everyone that you're looking for. So cost, you can go online this week until Friday. The cost is fairly simple. It's $20. There's a $50 VIP ticket, which gets you early access. You get a goodie bag. You get the limited edition T-shirt. You get a Funko Pop. Many other benefits to that. So it's $20. It's in advance. When you get to the door, it's $25. If you're a soldier, E4 and below, you have to come to my office over in the Welcome Center, building 4700. It's $15 in advance. At the door, it will be $20 for you. So take advantage of it. Save yourself some money. Come to my office, building 4700, room 151N, as in November, and pick up a $15 ticket.
You can find all the information you need to know about this year's SillCon at the website listed at the bottom of your screen. Well, every year the USAA teams fills up with the NFL Salute to Service program. This year, service members from Fort Sill were able to make the trip down to Arlington, Texas to compete in a much different kind of boot camp than they're used to. As Kyle Weatherly reports, it turned out to be an opportunity of a lifetime for most.
From Fort Sill to AT&T Stadium, our nation's heroes got a taste of the NFL life this week, from arriving at Jerry World to a memorable walk through the tunnel.
You see some folks that just do a jaw drop when they first step out into the stadium and see it from here. And it's a little different because this is not a guided tour where they have to walk in a certain way. They get to absorb it.
I didn't breathe for a second because I looked up and I saw the huge jumbotron up there, because I would have never thought walking on the field, the same field that CeeDee Lamb, Des Bryant, Tony Romo, all those amazing players have played on before and currently still play on. What a dream come true to step on the same field that they play on.
It was awesome. Honestly, just being able to be here, being able to see the star, being able to witness this creation is kind of insane to me.
The mission on this day, completing 5 drills seen at the NFL Combine: the 40-yard dash, 3-cone shuttle, broad jump, receiving gauntlet, and the QB arm challenge. Not exactly the day-to-day work these service members are used to.
It's a little different, more agility, different things. Obviously running 3-cone drill, 40-yard dash, we're used to running 3 miles, 880, anything like that. So it was a change of pace for us.
You can tell who came here to play a little bit on the serious level. I brought my cleats as well. And before we started doing all these drills, we started throwing the ball around, running some routes. You can tell us that excitement, that inner child still comes out. I still want to be competitive. I still want to play some ball.
Bragging rights on the line, a chance to see which installation reigns supreme between Fort Sill, Fort Hood, and Naval Air Station Joint Reserve Base, Fort Worth.
Fort Sill, we like to win a lot. We play a lot of sports up there. We're huge on sports. In particular, my unit, we won the Turkey Bowls. We've been up there in the flag football and the softball realm. Currently, we are playing flag football for the Commander's Cup. So if we could take this win back, I know my sergeant major and my colonel, they would have a blast. 3 installations broken into 10 teams. At stake, free tickets to a Dallas Cowboys game. But there could only be one winner on this day: the squad of Marines from the School of Artillery on Fort Sill.
The most awesome thing ever, honestly. I'm not necessarily a Cowboys fan, but my team is a Cowboys fan, so it's awesome to see that we work together as a team, and then now we get to enjoy our reward. It was very important for us, especially us being the only Marines on base. It was even better for us to show out and show everyone what we got.
Well, congrats to the Marine School of Artillery. The day ended with a visit to the National Medal of Honor Museum and a trip to the Star in Frisco for an inside look at a Dallas Cowboys training camp practice. Definitely an experience they will not forget. Well, the Fort Sill Garrison Command is inviting the community to come and discuss their housing questions while on the move as part of their Walking Town Hall series. That event kicks off on Wednesday, August 27th from 5 to 6 in the evening at Building 4758 in the Buffalo Soldier Acres community. Community members will be able to walk and talk with members of the command team, Corvius Property Management, and other invited partners. Organizers say that the goal is to improve the quality of life for soldiers and their families through open communication. For more information, you can contact the number on your screen. Well, the Vista Innovation Park in Lawton is hosting a couple of events today, starting with a Fires Roundtable Breakfast at 8:30 a.m. The Fires Roundtable Breakfast is a key engagement between Fort Sill leaders, community members, and defense industry partners. Updates will be provided by various field artillery and air defense artillery leadership to foster open dialogue and strengthen partnerships. EPRIS, a defense contractor located at the Vista, will host a ribbon-cutting ceremony for their immersive training center this afternoon at 2:30 p.m. So these types of events are important for the fires enterprise because they foster dialogue between the warfighter and the industry partners. The way that the military is acquiring new tech and equipment right now is rapidly evolving. It used to take years to develop something. With changes in how research and development and the procurement process works, it makes it even more crucial that military leadership conducts routine touch points like this with industry. We'll be covering this event today and provide a roll-up on tomorrow's show. And the 97th Air Mobility Wing will be conducting joint training with units from Fort Sill today. The training seeks to ensure joint readiness and interoperability between Altus Air Force Base and Fort Sill. Base officials say that during the exercise, there will be vehicles and equipment that are not normally present on and around Altus Air Force Base. They want the public to be prepared for more traffic on the road and at the gates during normal business hours. And also on Altus Air Force Base, they're gearing up for the 27th annual Cattle Drive. On Thursday, more than 30 Longhorn cattle will be led on a 3-mile drive around the installation. The drive will take place from 9 to 11 a.m. It kicks off a whole day of festivities, and that night, a KC-135 will conduct a flyover for the opening night of the Altus Rodeo. And if you need a safe ride, Altus Air Force Base has you covered. They're reminding airmen and their families that there's multiple options to help you get you where you need to go. Some of those services include the Altus Express Shuttle, Southwest Transit, and Airmen Against Drunk Driving service. You can also use the PIC app to get on-demand rides for $3. Altus Air Force Base officials want to remind the public not to drive under the influence. Well, the Hotter Than Hell 100 is this weekend in Wichita Falls, and hundreds of cyclists from across the world will be in town for one of the United States USA Today's best cycling races. With that many visitors comes many security concerns. One of the rest stops on the route is on Shepherd Air Force Base. Members of the 82nd Security Forces Squadron say they stand ready to keep everyone safe during the race.
We will start early in the morning as soon as we can, get out there with our local law enforcement. We work hand in hand with them. As we secure the route and make sure that it's safe, they also secure the route and ensure that no one who is unauthorized gets into that area.
We are the last rest stop, 6 miles from the finish line. For so many of these people, whatever their distance was, that they see that finish line, and we're here to root them on.
The ride gets underway tomorrow and runs until Sunday. You can check out more at hh100.org. The Navy has debuted a new crewless ship. Coming up, we'll take a look at the USX X-1 Defiant and all of its features.
This 7 News broadcast is sponsored by Southwest Buick GMC.
This just in, the town of Velma is being evacuated.
Stay connected to the team you trust your way. Get breaking news and investigations here on the 7 News app.
Mark, what are you seeing?
Right now I'm here at 2nd and F.
Instant forecast with real-time alerts here on the First Alert 7 weather app. And stream live on your TV here or watch anytime on your schedule. Download all 3 for free. Stay connected to 7 News wherever you are.
Every first matters. The first alarm at first cup of coffee and the first look at what the day could bring.
And 7 News is right here with you with your first alert. Breaking news overnight, Attorney General Gideon is running
to what's happening right now.
First alert for severe storms and your first look at what could impact your morning.
Let's cross Texoma are heading back to the classroom.
No matter where you choose to watch, 7 News is here to help you start your morning.
Every first, every morning, we're here. 7 News, Good Morning Texoma. This 7 News broadcast is sponsored by Southwest Buick GMC. Here's your First Alert forecast with meteorologist Ulysses Garcia.
Welcome back, everyone. We're tracking showers and thunderstorms right now. You can see pretty much just kind of a disorganized line, though. You can see kind of a line forming all the way from Elk City, just north of Altus, south of Lawton, north of Wichita Falls. But definitely you can see just pockets there of showers and storms. Looking at our Jackson County Memorial Hospital tower cam in Altus, we have seen some lightning here as well. So overall, across parts of Texoma, we are dealing with a bit of a lightning show here at this hour. Temperatures right now into the mid 70s or even upper 70s. 77 in Lawton, 79 in Altus, 76 in Wichita Falls, 73 in Duncan. That's a little bit more rain cool for them. 74 in Quanah. So we have a trough and a frontal system that's kind of pushing through the region, and that's what's enhancing these showers and thunderstorms. But like I mentioned previously, these will continue to move towards the south, and eventually we will start dealing with some improving conditions here by this afternoon. We'll see those rain chances go from about 30% to about 10 to 20% this afternoon, and then we'll actually start seeing some more drier weather starting to take hold as we make our way into the end of the week. So that's some good news there. Looking at your morning PT forecast at Fort Sill, definitely going to be a little bit of a bumpy one with the showers and thunderstorms here, but like I mentioned before, that does improve as we make our way later into the morning. We'll see our temperatures making their way up to 80 degrees already by the 9 a.m. hour, and then your day planner here, we'll see those temperatures eventually pushing into the mid to upper 90s this afternoon. We'll have a northeast northeast wind around 5 to 10 miles an hour. So definitely remember, it's not about how you start, it's about how you finish. But like I mentioned before, though, we will see even more changes ahead on those temperatures. We'll break that down a little more closely next time I'm back on air.
Taking a look around the DoD, so the U.S. Navy and DARPA have released new information about a new crewless ship. Sounds like a Tesla boat. The USX-1 Defiant is the first of its kind and is an unmanned surface vessel that is designed to never need a human on board. The 240 metric ton vessel is a demonstration model for the Pentagon's No Manning Required Ship, or NOMARS program. It's designed to operate autonomously in open seas for up to a year without needing human maintenance. DARPA says the Navy could use unmanned vessels such as the Defiant on missions that might risk casualties on crewed ships. Well, earlier this month, 20 of the Army's finest soldiers competed in the 2025 Military District of Washington Best Squad competition at Fort AP Hill in Virginia. Squads competed in several events, including physical fitness, medical care, weapons qualifications, and much more. Ultimately, the 704th Military Intelligence Brigade was crowned as this year's best squad. Each member was awarded the Army Achievement Medal for their commitment to excellence, superior knowledge, and warrior tasks, exceptional physical fitness, and high level of personal readiness. Well, despite security guarantees from the U.S. when it came to defense, President Trump says no U.S. boots will be on the ground in the region. We'll have remarks from Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt after the break.
You can count on the First Alert 7 News Tower Cam network, watching the skies all over Texoma. The First Alert Altus Tower Cam is sponsored by Jackson County Memorial Hospital.
This just in, the town of Velma is being evacuated.
Stay connected to the team you trust your way. Get breaking news and investigations here on the 7 News app.
Mark, what are you seeing? Right now I'm here at 2nd and Up.
Instant forecast with real-time alerts here on the First Alert 7 weather app. And stream live on your TV here or watch anytime on your schedule. Download all 3 for free. Stay connected to 7 News wherever you are.
Every first matters. The first alarm at first cup of coffee and the first look at what the day could bring.
And 7 News is right here with you with your first alert. Breaking news overnight, Attorney General Gideon is running.
To what's happening right now.
First alert for severe storms and your first look at what could impact your morning.
Let's cross Texoma are heading back to the classroom.
No matter where you choose to watch, 7 News is here to help you start your morning.
Every first, every morning, we're here. 7 News. Good morning, Texoma.
Take a look at your national military headlines. President Donald Trump met with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky and other European leaders to discuss security guarantees for the region. As part of peace talks, President Trump ruled out positioning any U.S. troops in Ukraine as part of the post-peace deal security force. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt acknowledged that security guarantees are a necessary component to any peace deal, but did not rule out a U.S. air presence as a form of security to maintain the peace.
It is an option and a possibility. I won't certainly rule out anything as far as military options that the president has at his disposal. I'll let him do that. I can tell you he's definitively ruled out boots on the ground.
President Trump has hinted at a possible meeting between Zelensky and Russian President Vladimir Putin in the near future. The two leaders last met face-to-face in 2019. Well, a new hub to help fast-track veterans and military family members to high-demand careers is being built at a Columbus Technical College in Georgia. The 14,000-square-foot facility is named after Medal of Honor recipient Colonel Ralph Puckett, Jr., who has strong connections to Fort Benning. Colonel Ralph Puckett, Jr. Vector Workforce Development Center will have welding, robotics, industrial systems, health sciences, and more.
For soldiers to be able to build skills, translate their skills, and find work, hopefully here in Columbus, is an incredible opportunity for us.
We're just really missing easy access for a large population of potential workforce in the area. Those folks exiting base, spouses who are stationed on base, and individuals who live in the area.
Columbus Tech hopes to have the Vector Center open no later than May of 2026. And paratroopers from across the Army met at Fort Gordon as part of the TechNet airborne operation. The jump shows off the readiness and airborne proficiency of units, as well as gives them the chance to show off their skills and training. Family members were even on hand to see their loved ones in action.
It's really special because my son has never seen me jump, so this will be his first time. My daughter has seen me jump plenty of times. They both love it. They love that I jump, so it's nice to hear them get excited about to watch me. And my parents, obviously, they love to watch me jump when they can.
Yeah, I'm extremely proud of her. She's about that big around when she graduated high school, and I just can't believe she's, doing so well in the military.
Well, I always love stories on airborne operations. So it's time for your good news, though. Volunteers in Colorado work to improve housing for veterans and their families who are at risk of homelessness. Freedom Springs is a 50-unit residential community dedicated to that vulnerable population. Volunteers from the Home Depot Foundation renovated living areas, constructed gazebos, painted murals, and much more. Residents say that the project is doing wonders to improve their quality of life.
Yeah, they're doing the garden. There's a lot of tenants in the building that garden, and they're redoing that and putting murals up everywhere. So it's going to improve the quality of life for sure.
Organizers say Freedom Springs is the area's first permanent supportive housing development for veterans.
First Alert Forecast with meteorologist Ulysses Garcia.
Good morning and happy Wednesday. Right now in our Comanche Nation Entertainment Tower Cam at Medicine Park. Overall, not too much happening, but definitely, if anything, you are seeing some lightning just off into the distance from those storms that we've been tracking here across Texoma. But looking at the upcoming pattern here, so this is actually fast forwarding towards Sunday. So what's going to happen is we're actually going to start dealing with an influence of a front on Sunday, and that's also going to bring a dip you can see over parts of the eastern tier of the United States. Now, as we make our way into Monday, notice how we start increasing rain chances, but notice how that dip in the jet stream digs more and more towards the south. So what that means is that we're going to see our temperatures actually cool off, even though our rain chances do go up a bit more by the time we go into your Tuesday. But overall, though, we're going to be in for a bit of a cooler stretch, though, going into next week for your PT forecast here in Fort Sill. We're just going to be battling with some of those showers and storms, but luckily most of this will be towards the south, so we will see improvements. Temperatures eventually warming up to right around 80 by 9 a.m., but for the most part, we'll be in those mid-70s today. We'll be at 96 degrees, widely scattered showers and storms, especially in the morning. And then by tonight, we'll drop down to 71 degrees. Can't rule out maybe a shower early on this evening, after that turning mostly clear. And then looking at the 7-day forecast here, look at the change here. We're going to make our way from the mid-90s all the way down into the mid-80s.
Well, thanks for watching Good Morning Fort Sill. Check out the 7 News app today for the latest updates and breaking news.